Hey everyone, YouTube viewers, stream viewers, duders. I'm Cronus. This is my first time ever casting, so give me a little bit of a break. I'm joined by a veteran, the best caster I think I've ever seen.
Whoa, okay, alright. First like Doc Holidays saying, oh, I'm the best player ever, then Cronus saying I'm the best caster ever. This is unfair. Everyone's being too nice to me.
His name's Niblime. What tier are you, by the way, Niblime?
What's my what, sorry?
What's your tier? What tier are you?
Oh, tier 2, tier 2. I might just be like arrogant here, but I reckon I'm gonna get put in tier 1 if I'm not careful.
Are you a Protoss player?
No, I'm a Terran player.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I was gonna.
Those Protoss, man.
That's what I was about to say, man. Easy race.
Terran's the best race. Like I always say, they have all the explosions. They have nukes, they have tanks, they have mines, all the explosions. You inject drugs directly into your soldiers' veins, all that good stuff.
All right, let's jump into the first game here. Let me just do this. A little bit of growing pains, guys. First time ever doing this. Also, really rushed. I didn't expect to be this busy, but let's get started here.
Alright, so, in the top left, brown Terran, we have YellowFox bat, not a player I've seen before. And the bottom right, we have our blue Zerg, Allandarity. So this is a tier 2 match, yeah?
Yeah, all of them tonight are actually tier 2 matches.
Alright, tier 2 city. So, it's Polaris first, it was this week. It's a bit of a pain for Zerg, I think. It might just be my flawed perception, but I think it's difficult for Zerg because no thirds are really that great. You have these thirds at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock that you can secure with lurkers, but you don't have a ramp or anything. It's just sort of a narrow entrance, so it's not great, and it's easy to pressure it with tanks or drops or anything like that. So I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit of a Terran map in this matchup. We'll see what strats they opt to go for. No early cheese coming out so far. What do you think of the map, Cronus?
Well, I'm a Zerg player and I'm a tier 3, so I will say that this map is really hard, but every map is hard. I've got like a 30% win rate in this video game. It's ridiculous. But yeah, taking a third on this map is really hard. At least a third gas, anyways. The third that's right here, like the mineral third, I feel like is kind of okay, kind of easy to take. It's kind of close, but
yeah, but
getting a third gas is really difficult.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, you can take the mineral only, but then what do you do?
Right.
So far, Allandarity not going for a 9 pool or anything like that, so despite our concerns about the map, he's happy to play a normal game, at least so far. YellowFox bat, I don't think we'll be going for a 1-1-1 here. It is very good on this map, supposedly, but it's fallen out of favor recently, I think, like, both in probably the pro meta and also just sort of the zeitgeist of lower level players as well. It's not the bee's knees anymore, and like a little while ago everyone was like, oh, 1-1-1 breaks the game, but I don't know.
I lose to it pretty often.
Oh yeah, well,
like vultures are really good, man. No, not on this map specifically. Normally I'll scout and I'll just get a spine crawler and it pretty much shuts the entire 1-1-1 down. So I'm not a spine crawler. I'm sorry. Sunken colony. Oh Jesus.
StarCraft 2 scenes right there.
Oh my god. I'm about to get gutted, man.
So YellowFox bat did go for the hatch first, and Allandarity scouting that, which is nice. He did get his second depot before his CC anyway. For any newer players, if you scout the hatch first, you can just go straight for the CC for the second depot, but he was safe and got the second depot sort of on time, so that makes sense too. I expect we'll see a command center very shortly. Oh, that SCV's indecisive. He wants to do it. I know he's going to do it.
Seems like he's setting up on the ramp. You might be a little bit scared for some reason.
Yeah, he saw the spawning pool wasn't finished, so he knows it's okay, and here he goes. He's going to finally get it down. Maybe he just wanted to stop a drone from coming in. And Allandarity is going for 3 hatches, so, like I was saying, very, very standard play, not opting for anything crazy on this map that's supposedly a bit Terran favored. I'm looking at these Overlord positions. I'm wondering where he's sending the one at the top right to. Is he going to hover over the mineral base, I wonder?
Maybe. I don't normally use my Overlords too well in this matchup, like...
It can be difficult because you don't want to lose them, right? You've got to be very careful.
Right. I'm so scared to lose them that I actually just don't use them most of the time. Like this one right here, on the top left, this Overlord, I would have just sent that into his base and actually lost it. And
Yes, yeah, it happens a lot. I do quite like it actually where it is now. It might seem sort of useless, but if you set up like sort of contain, or you have most of the map against Terran and they're trying to send drops out this position, and in theory the top left one later can actually catch a lot of those coming out. So Foxbat doing a good job of keeping his SCV alive so far in Allandarity base. That's very important. Oh, I say that as it dies. Yeah. Well, that's a bit unfortunate for him, because what he wants to see is not only the layer timing, which he did see, but also if the Zerg's going to just flood a ton of Zerglings. It looks like Allandarity is still just playing pretty conservatively though, so I think it'll be alright. It looks like it's going to be a 5-Rex +1 from YellowFox, but he's getting that gas and that eBay. So he's going to be set up for some heavy bio play, and I like this a lot. I think on this map it's really good. I mean, obviously it's really good in any map, but this map in particular, I think 5-Rex is very strong.
I just want to say that you are actually killing it, dude. Like, you are a proper caster, man. I'm over here, like, dumbfounded. You're doing great.
No, don't worry about it. Just do your thing, man.
No. I'm not worried. I'm just, I'm proud of you, okay?
Oh, thank you. Like I said, everyone's been too nice to me. Oh my god.
So, are we seeing that Spire come down?
Yeah, I'm sure it must be a Spire, because he took his second gas, and he has no hydrogen. When you go in lurker, you got to put the hydrogen down a bit before the lair so you can start aspect on time. So yeah, it must be a Spire.
Right. It's a little
just
late.
Forgotten for a minute. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes in his main, and that's anticipated and perfectly good. Nothing wrong with an old 3-hatch meter.
So when you're playing as a Terran versus Zerg, when do you normally start building your I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name of them, but you know, the static defense for air. I'm sorry.
The missile turrets.
The missile turrets. Yeah. When do you start building those as Terran?
Well, if it's 3-hatch muta, usually I'm trying to like scan and actually figure out, because I'm really bad at reading my opponent a lot of the time. I don't actually figure out its Speedalisk. So basically, like, if I scan the Spire, and I know that's pretty bad, but if I'm like, okay, I have no information, I don't know what he's doing, usually I put them down about 6:15 if it's 3-hatch. I think that's a bit early though, people have told me before. But I have kind of died a lot of the time from being lazy and forgetting, so I don't know. I think it's better early than just dying. Thing is, oh my god, no, he did what I did, look at the main! He lifted the CC to try and make the comsat. Oh, I do that all the time. This is the worst feeling ever, by the way. You're just like, oh no, everything is dead. I'm doomed. Oh,
one thing that's different in this game from StarCraft 2 is like building things. I can't even imagine. I can't even tell you how, dude. I can't even tell you how many times I've tried to build a spawning pool and it just doesn't happen. Yeah. Or when I try to build a hatch.
That's me with my academy.
And when I try to build a hatch, I'll go back to my hatchery, build 3 drones, and just
what
lose
is this? Okay, he's doing it old school, getting +1 air attack. We're gonna see some heavy muta play. I'm keen, man. You don't see this very often anymore. Most people are just like, I made my 9 mutas, I'm teching hardcore to hive, getting my 3rd base, but he's doing it the old way. +1 air attack.
So what is the old way? Do you just stay on mutas for longer?
In the past, when the meta wasn't quite so towards like this hardcore hive rush, people would get +1 with Mutalisk, try and start more turrets, and just generally like be more aggressive and do more damage. But in modern times, with the 5-Rex build and such, Terrans have enough bio to deal with it and put a lot of pressure back on the Zerg, so it's not as popular. But if your Muta Micro is really good, you can still make it work. And you know what? The turrets, there's not many. There's only 1 on these barracks. This could be really dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you can camp this production. There's a decent group of bio, though, to fend this off, but if he gets all these turrets down, it's just going to make it harder for the Terran. Okay, he's going to get 8 Muta here, not the full 9. Oh,
he's doing a pretty good job,
a few Marines. Yeah, that was quite good micro. Not taking too much damage. I'm not sure if they're anything in the bunker. Oh, these Marines, they need to be hiding in the bunker. Ooh. Okay, only 1 of them goes down there. That's quite nice.
I actually really like his vision, by the way. He has, like, his overlords are placed really well. The lings are right outside of the base. I urge everybody to do this kind of stuff, just to know where the enemy is.
That's a really good point. He's great about this, although looking at these overlords, they do give a lot of vision, but a couple of them could actually be picked off if there's a move out. He's setting up his 3rd base pretty fast and just transferring drones over there, because I think he plans to just hold Terran back with his Mutalisk. But here comes the full 5-Rex force. It's going to be tough. He's going to need to engage. Here he goes. Oh, the Muta's taking so much hits, whiffing all those shots.
Yeah.
Oh, he would have been better off just A-moving there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh. Not the best focus fire out of Foxbat, though. If he focus fired there, he could have got another one. But Allandarity is not done. He's coming back in. He's not giving up, man.
Yeah, he's doing fine so far, I think. I think he'll have enough at home to defend his third. I hope, if he gets it there in time.
Well, I don't know. This bio could just go straight there. You know what? I was apparently wrong about him going for more mutas. He's just getting the +1 attack for these ones. He's not making any more, and he's still only on 8. Always got to be careful.
Hives on the way.
Foxbat really missing out on these focus fires. If he stims and focuses, I think he can pick off a lot more mutalists than he is. You see what I mean about these overlords now?
Right.
Yeah, they're just going to die. Oh, the Hydra's aspect is done. Can they get there in time? The Ling's going to cut them off. Oh my god.
Wow.
No, that's not going to block. That is not going to block. These Marines can still just walk right in there. And they can pick off those Zerglings, no problem.
I think he has enough mutas to hold this off, though.
Oh, he does too. Nice.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Well, that was a nice little engage. Yeah, that's pretty sick because he got the Hydra to distract them while the Lings sort of picked them off. That was very well done, actually.
These Zerkers are nearly done. I think he's going to be fine here. This is...
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he can really close,
with the mutalisks. I think he's being too timid with his mutalisks here. He can just kill these off, no problem.
Right.
Oh, a nice little micro, actually. That was kind of cool. But 5 racks is still going. Comes the second wave. And I don't like these lurkers' position. This is easy to take out because there's like a full, I don't know, 270-degree angle to attack these at. Compared to if they were down, like sort of on the creep, it would be a very narrow way for the Marines to attack. So with the amount of bio that Foxbat is pushing out, which is actually pretty good, I really like his macro. He's keeping up with his barrack cycles quite well, I think. He can actually bust these lurkers with a little bit of a split. It wouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, if he's decisive with it, he can definitely take these out.
He's going for it. I mean, there's no split really, but it doesn't really matter because he has enough fire. The Mutalist is still up.
Right, the next wave is coming over too.
If he's continuing to send reinforcements, yeah, absolutely, that's the problem. And these Mutas will probably clean this up, but then what? What about this whole other fresh batch coming in?
These Lings are coming in though. I can't. Honestly, I'm not comfortable calling this. I don't know. Yeah.
I think Terran takes this if he micros. Oh, actually, you know what? You're right. That is a lot of Zerglings. I don't know.
Nah,
oh yeah, no,
at
you're
this
right.
At this angle, it's gonna be terrible.
Wow, yeah, that was like the worst possible engage for Zerg. And there's only one Mutalist left. Okay, there's 2 over here not being used, but that's not gonna do much. Damn, this third base in huge trouble right now. Looks like all these drones gonna get gunned down too.
Yeah, he's going for a counterattack with these Lings instead of defending.
Well, I think there's no third base to hit there.
Yeah.
Damn. Nice, like, relentless bio play from Foxbat, just pummeling him down, and that's the thing about this map. I mean, like I said, if you put the lurkers back in the choke, it probably would have been much easier to hold off, but as it stands, they just were able to be gunned down really easily.
Yeah, this is normally where I, live or die. It's on that third. If I can't hold it, it's just the end of the game for me, generally.
Yeah, I think Zerg is in a very bad position. You're absolutely right. He's going to take the double gas third as a kind of replacement, which I guess is a good idea because you're making twice as much. Oh, he's got to be careful with these lurkers. Terran's steaming forward.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. That's on 1 HP.
Oh, my
He must be glad he got +1 carapace. Oh, but he dives back in and loses it. And in fact, these two will go down with any scan. Is he out of energy, though? Oh, he has energy. I reckon he should just scan and take that on. Oh, well, he's going to back up.
By the way, I just want to say that it is so impressive that Terran players can have that many scans on their hotkeys, man. Like, that is one of the hardest things I've experienced with Terran, is just having all your scans.
You know what? It's funny. That's like the first thing I learned to do with hotkeys, because in the manual for StarCraft, it says you can hotkey your comm stats to 0 and 9. You can scan anytime you want. I'm like, that sounds cool, so I actually did that, and it's like actually way easier than it seems. I mean, nowadays, I actually have a lot of trouble when I'm trying to play fast and, like, I can't quite hit 0 or 9. I hit, like, -, or 8 or something. But in general, it's not as hard as it seems. What I'm impressed with is how, like, economical he's been, because a lot of the time I, like, keep scanning, like, the Zerg main, see what they're up to, and then lurkers come, like, wait, I've got no energy left. Oh, crap.
Yeah, his macro behind this has been really, really good. He's got a massive force that, if microed right, can just, like, end this game.
Well, the one thing... Oh, wait, I should stop complaining. I was going to say the one thing he needs is a third base, because he's got total map control, and you definitely want to expand when you do have that. But yeah, there it goes. He puts on the third CC at last. I'd also like to see more barracks out of him, because 5 is a good number, but his economy can definitely support more right now. The double starport is nice, though.
Would you normally want to add on more barracks versus Zerg as the Terran player?
Basically, like, when I've paid for my third command center, then that's when I start adding more. Because if everything goes right, I move out with my sort of 5 racks move out, get map control of that, and then I can take my 3rd and probably my 4th with impunity. Always engaging these lurkers. Always going to take them out pretty efficiently, actually.
Yeah, you lost like 3 units.
Yeah, that was very good. +1 armor makes the Marines far more durable against the lurkers.
Yeah,
so what was I saying about like taking more barracks? Yeah, so I'm no expert on how many barracks to go up to. Like that's a big problem I have actually, is making too many or not enough. Oh, nice Dark
Wow,
Storm,
yeah, this Dark Storm is really good. He's gonna get another one out. Is he gonna snipe it? Oh, he snipes it, dude. Oh, dude, that's so painful. Losing those is so painful.
Well, he's going to trade off these lings, though, which I don't think was such a good move. But hey, he got a lot of Marines out of that. That was good mileage for 2 swarms.
For sure. These vessels are out now, though, and as a Zerg player, vessels are the most frustrating unit in the game. I don't normally grab Scourge well enough because I'm just bad.
Oh, well, speaking of Scourge...
Oh, he gets one, dude. You know, he's really...
Oh, dude, the bottom left. We didn't even notice. That's how sneaky the Terran is.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's Zerg's last hope in this game, really. Because sure, he can defend with Darksworn, but then what's he going to do? He can never take another base, as long as Terran's diligent about it. A couple of Lings counter-attacking the Terran 3rd, but I mean, it's only 2 Zerglings. They can kill some SCVs, but does it really matter at the end of the day? Oh my god, the SCV is actually fighting back. And they're going to get it. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think Zerg is pretty defeated now. There's not much you can do stuck on 2 base.
Yeah, I think he's kind of realizing it. He's just kind of maybe getting ready for the next game.
Well, he's going to try and go across this bridge, and the bio was in the way there, so you never know. With Dark Swarm, anything can happen. You can get into the main, and then Terran's suddenly like, oh wait.
That's true. If you can get on top of that production, it's
he's not leaving a single lurker at home though, so I don't know. Oh no, he's getting caught in the middle of the map a bit. But he has a decent force. He can overcome.
Yeah, he does. I can never seem to pull this off. Oh, that's a good Dark Swarm.
Well, I don't think he's going to pull it off, because you look, Foxbat is just like, okay, you have nothing at home, I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah.
And he has like a little bit of a defense at home. He has a small amount of bio, and Allandarity is actually just going for the 3rd anyway.
And it's GG.
Nice.
So, pretty decent first game there.
Yeah, really relentless bio play from Foxbat. I really like how well he was macroing at home. I mean, macroing at home, while he, just kept pummeling Zerg. That was really good.
So, Say0 in the chat says a sprinkle of firebats isn't a bad idea, but you still want mostly Marines. When do you normally start, bringing in firebats if that is the choice that you go with?
If you scout a Ling all in, obviously, like, firebats are the best unit ever. But other than that, usually, when I'm going 5 racks, actually, I make only medics in the first round once my academy's done. Because the sooner you make them, the more energy they're going to have, which is a big deal. And also just, without medics, Marines aren't that great. Usually, I'll add them once I have, like, a few medics for my first move out. The firebat will be sort of like an afterthought. And if it's Mutalisk, I do like putting the firebat in the bunker, because when defending my base, the firebat obviously can't do anything about that. It's just stuck on the ground. And also, later in the game, when Darkswarm is out, sometimes they mix in a lot more firebats, and just generally to like defend like expansions. Firebats and bunkers are really good at stopping those Ling run-bys. Alright, I better introduce our players before I get too carried away. So, in the bottom left, it's the victor of game 1, Brown Terran Foxbat. And the top right, it's the Zerg, the scrappy underdog. Will he come back? It's Allandarity.
Let's see, man. I'm really excited. What map is this? Do you know the name of this map?
Sorry, this is Fighting Spirit, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Allandarity opting to go for Fighting Spirit after losing game because it's loser's pick. I think that makes sense because yeah, he had the sort of units he needed to defend that base, but because it's an unfamiliar map and the 3rd was a bit weird, he didn't position his lurkers just right. But on this map, he might have more luck because he can just put them up that ramp, and Terran cannot do anything about it.
Right. I think this is a really good map for Zerg, especially with cross positions. He's got plenty of time, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say like, the more defensive the map, the better for Zerg. And since Fighting Spirit's so figured out, it is definitely a very defensive map.
Looking like another pretty standard game from the Zerg anyways.
Yeah, I like that because, a lot of the time after a player loses a game, they'll be like, oh, I have to cheese him to win. But he's sticking with what he's practiced, which I like a lot.
Yeah, he's not losing any confidence. He thinks he can still win that macro game, and I really respect that. It's tough to keep that level of confidence through through a
It
match,
is
basically.
pointless to
Yeah,
resist.
absolutely. I wonder if
my
Foxbat's
son.
going to go for 5 racks again or pull out something different. And I guess the same for Allandarity. Like we said, he is keeping his confidence, but maybe he didn't plan to do free hatch meter every game anyway. So we'll see what he pulls off. Looks like he's definitely going for hatch first again, though.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if he's going to get that +1 on the mutas again, or if he's just going to opt to get faster lurkers.
Yeah, it is an option. Oh god, the stream's playing here. I've got to turn it off because it's going to lag the game.
No worries. So it looks like just like is this just a 1 racks fast expand? Is this what a normal 1 racks fast expand normally looks like?
Let me turn back into the game. Yeah, it looks pretty normal so far. And the sort of divergence point is getting your gas at 12 for a 1-on-1, but he's not doing that at all. I mean, you know, it's a bit funny. We always say, if he's getting gas, he must be going 1-1-1. But that's not the only thing you can do. You can just get, like, a factory and not make a starport. That's definitely a thing. And there's all sorts of things you can do off 1 gas. But anyway, the divergence point usually in your opening is, do you get gas at 12 or not? And he did not. So he's going to go for the command center. Once again, getting that safe second depot. I don't know if you know about this, Cronus, but if you make the command center before the second depot, you're going to be supply blocked and you're going to make 1 or 2 marines. And if 9 pull shows up, you're actually just probably going to die. So it's like the safe thing to not get the command center. Yeah. So that's a decision Terran has to make. Yeah, and the conventional wisdom is if you haven't seen anything, like if you haven't scouted Zerg at all, you just make the depot to be safe. But if you can see the hatch first in time, you get a command center, and it's a bit nicer for you.
Yeah, it looks like Terran was a little bit worried. He sent 2 scouts out.
Yeah, that's actually fairly normal as well. If you don't scout them in the first position, which you didn't, then you send the second one. Because if it is a 9 pull in the top left in this scenario, and he doesn't scout there, he doesn't know that he has to pull his SCVs to his ramp. And you don't want to do that blind, because that's a lot of lost mining time.
That is a good point. Looks like the Zerg's gas is up. He's not quite mining gas just yet. Getting 2 leads out.
There he goes. Yeah, the Chilling's probably just going to pick up the SCV. I don't expect anything crazy. He's gone for 3 hatch play again, so like we were saying, probably just going to stick with the same thing. Terran doing the same thing as well, getting his gas at a timing for 5 racks again. So we're set for a rematch on the same terms, pretty much. Different map, though.
Looks like that Sunken is going to come up as well, just to be safe. Never mind. I'm stupid. I'm wrong.
Oh, no, he was just rallying that drone. I mean, I do like to see just the 1 creep colony, just in case, because he doesn't really have any intel on the Terran. And the thing is, before Stim, 1 sunken colony can kill, like, quite a few Marines.
Yeah, I'm always very nervous at my league anyways. It's so quick for me to lose. Like, a decisive stim from a Terran player, when you don't have, like, well, even if you have 3 Sunkens out, they can just jump on you just in the game instantaneously. It's kind of crazy.
Well, that's why you need to send your lings out like Allandarity is doing. The really key thing is having the ling right in front of the Zerg base. Oh, okay, it is going to be Lurker. I think it's a bit painful for Foxbat having lost his scouting SCV, so he's not going to be able to see this. He's going to wait till scans, which will be a bit of a way off. Academy only just starting, so he's not going to know it's Hydralisk for a while.
So, do you normally just assume that it's mutas?
Well, that's a tough question, because, yeah, if I have, like, literally 0 intel, then, yeah, I guess I would, but even then, I know that that's, like, a coin flip, and I might just die. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Like, you're probably not going to just die if, like, you can micro well, but you're definitely not in a good position if you make all these turrets, then lurkers just show up.
Right.
And, like I said, he lost that scouting SCV, so he's not going to know, which is really painful. And, yeah, with the 5-Rex build, unlike some more aggressive builds like, say, 2-Rex Academy, you get your scanners a bit later, so he's not going to know.
I have had moments where Terrans get a cheeky SCV in at a ridiculous time, so maybe he'll send one out here.
Yeah, that can be huge. It always feels so good when you get that SCV up the ramp and Zerg's chasing you, like, can't do anything about it.
Yeah, the Sunkens are coming out though, so it seems like he's not going to get any level of intel, and
yeah. Well, he's not even trying to send another SCV out, so
yeah,
he's still sitting back blind. He'll have scans soon enough. His academy is done.
Let's hope he doesn't lift that thing up again.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I used to do that so much. It's so bad.
Dude, so whenever you play Zerg, to get to your larva, it's S, and that's the same key as stop. And as as a StarCraft 2 player, I box my workers constantly.
Yeah.
And I will stop my workers on stream like multiple times a night, and I hate it, man.
Dude, I do that in StarCraft 2 all the time. I don't seem to do it as much in this game somehow. Not sure why. So, Allandarity going for pretty defensive economic play. He's just going to go straight and set those lurkers up at the third. Not going to try and make a lot of lings and lurkers and attack the Terran or anything like that. He just wants to set up to his hive tech, and I can see why, because his swarm micro was pretty good.
Yeah, it was actually. And this is a really smart move, just going to the other main as a Zerg player. It's so much easier to just defend with 2 lurkers on the ramp. Like, no level of bio is going to get up there without some vessels just killing them off before they even try to get up. So
Foxbat did make the blind turrets, but he made a sort of minimal amount of turrets, which was pretty smart, I guess, since he didn't confirm the spire. So he didn't lose too much. Those 4 turrets are just a little bit of a waste, but it's fine. I think when he has no intel, that's probably actually the best thing he could have done.
Yeah, I think he built less turrets last game, knowing that he was going muted. So I think he's probably safe here.
That's the power of 5 racks, right? You know you have enough bio to fight them back. You just need the turret to sort of range them. So yeah, that's a great thing about 5 racks. You don't have to make as many. We don't see an Evo Chamber as fast from Allandarity this game, which I think is a shame. He could benefit a lot from an +1 carapace with these lurkers. What I have seen, actually it's been done against me. Oh, he scans the third. Nice scan there. What has been done against me is Zerg's going +1 ranged, and then your +1 armor doesn't like deny their lurkers 2-shotting you, which is super painful.
By the way, he's doing that trick where he's sitting lurkers on top of each other. That's a pretty good trick, man. It's really easy to.
They're not totally stacked though. Like if Terran scans this, he can see that there's more than one. So
right.
Perfectly. Still,
but you know the effort.
No way bio goes up there. Whether he knows about it or not.
The effort is good for sure. I think he's good, man. He's got 4 lurkers here at the front of the second, and looks like 3 lurkers on the third. He is. I mean, he's set up for a long game, man. His hive's coming out.
Terran hasn't been able to put any pressure on. Look, this link counterattack's going to come right in. This could do a lot. Well, he can kill all those Marines as well. Oh, they are going to get in the bunker. Well, I feel like he should just run into the main here. Oh, no, he's going to engage the bunker. That's a shame. Those links could have done a lot more, I think, because they went straight into the main.
More links coming out. Look at these lings, man. He is flooding links. This is a lot of units.
Yeah, I think he's saving up for gas when his hive is finished.
Right.
Getting a 5th hatchery down at the third base as well. So he's just powering up for the late game. I like it. Terran has not been able to put any pressure on at all with this 5x build so far. He's just been on his half of the map the whole time.
Yeah, it looks like he's prepping to take his third, just trying to match the Zerg a little bit.
Oh, okay. He's getting spider mines already, so he's going to try and go into the faster sort of mech transition, I think. Well, I mean, there is the biomech style where you just like put mines everywhere and still play bio anyway, but I think it's more likely he's going to set up for a mech transition. And that makes sense when you can't put any pressure on with your bio. Mech transition is pretty handy. But the thing is, you need to establish map control, and at the moment, he's just in his half of the map. He does not have Zerg's half of the map. And we see these link counterattacks being super annoying because of that.
Yeah, he's gonna probably force a cancel here. I don't think he can get here in time. That's a nice little pick off for sure.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna be close. Marines are stimmer pretty fast.
Oh, come on, get it, dude. There we go. Wow. We got it, boys.
That is pretty good.
Another link counterattack.
Again, but they will be. Yeah, you say.
Look at him, man. He is doing a great job here. He's trying to make the most with his links here. I like it.
Yeah, I feel like he just has like a stick and he's like sort of poking the Terran and like, go away.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, hey, if you want to move out, I'm going to send 12 links to your second there.
There is so much bio though. Oh my god, this is insane. Like,
yeah.
I feel like he definitely should be being aggressive with this. Even with that many lurkers, if there's no swarm, it's still potential to make things happen with this much bio. And he's got 1-1.
Oh, looks like he might try to get aggressive here with the lurkers. I don't like this move specifically because every time I try to go aggressive with lurkers, I lose them all, and I just lose the game. It's very hard to do.
If Terran was out on the map, I'd say absolutely. Like, he can just micro around this and crush it with how much bio he has. But Terran's sitting back in these defensive positions and engaging in a choke. It's much harder to fight the lurker army. Like, just across this bridge, for example, Terran can't really engage this as long as they burrow in time. And it looks like he's just going to set up like a bit of a contain, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit of a soft contain, I guess, but there is a lot of bio here.
If he burrows, he'll be good.
He's moving in.
That's aggressive.
That is a really good burrow, though, dude. Oh, not
No
quite.
scan. Well,
Oh.
with the plus one armor, it takes a bit longer to kill them, but if there's no scan, they just stand there. They're all going to die. Okay, he does pull back. Ouch.
Oh,
His
and a
life
late
is
scan
so
there.
low. Yeah, if he had a scan to begin with, I don't think he would have lost any Marines at all. I think he would have gunned it all down.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn. Alright, dropship coming out. So this is definitely his opportunity to make something happen. Looks like he's going to load up immediately. Okay, no, he's going to go those units at the third. Probably because there's a medic there. You always want to send a medic with those dropships.
How many units can you have in a dropship? I've never
It's
actually played Terran.
8 bio.
8 bio.
Because, yeah, you know every unit is different sized.
Right.
Yeah. Luckily enough, Marines and... medics and firebats are still only the smaller size, so you can fit as many of those as you like as well.
He's got a lot of Scourge out. If he sees this, he might be able to pick it off.
Yeah, like, I feel like if Terran is intent on sitting back defensive of this, dropship's his only way to put on pressure, and if it just dies... Well, he's going to go straight for the third, though, and there's no Scourge there. In fact, only those 3 lurkers there, but he does have a Nidus, so he can reinforce very easily. Zerg finally getting an Evo chamber.
Here comes this drop.
He's getting Flyer Carapace. Oh, damn.
There are a lot. Yeah, this is a really
nice
good
drone
spot.
pull. That's quite a nice drone pull. He doesn't waste any time getting them out of there. Although, I'd like it if he used the Nidus to send units to help as well as evacuating the Oh, but his army's across Terran's natural. He sent his army out away from his natural.
Oh, this
he's
is
looking
interesting.
for science vessels, but he's not going to find any. Man, if he doesn't reinforce, Terran can take this third base.
Yeah.
Oh, but the swarms in the natural. Uh-oh. Terran's in trouble now. Zerg getting in this far is not good.
Full energy to Viler there as well.
Yeah, so he can just keep going. He can swarm his way all the way up the ramp, I think. There are 2 tanks, but they can't kill the lurkers while they're burrowed. They are going to chip away at the defilers, though. Oh my god.
The defilers
died,
man.
Swarm down, though. So he can push the Terran back from this natural. All these SCVs are going to die if he doesn't run away. Damn, this is brutal for Terran.
Yeah, this is a good move for sure.
I mean, this is the consequence of not zoning the Zerg with your bio. That's why you need to be out on the map and keep map control, because it doesn't matter how much bio you had. If the Zerg can fight you where they want, swarms are just going to kill you.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of production over here, though. It seems like he's making a bunch of lings, though, so he'll be able to clean this up, I think.
You know, I've seen this before from other plays. He's going for more mech before he really has the economy and map control to do it. I mean, he has a third base, but I really think like you need to take the third gas to do that, as well as just holding the Zerg all the way back at their naturals. Because as we can see, if you're trying to switch and Zerg just comes in with the Dark Swarm, you're sort of caught with your pants down.
So at this stage of the game, normally I'd have more upgrades than the Zerg player here. He just has +1
Yeah, he got a very
carapace.
late Evo chamber, but I think it paid off because he got his hive like quite quickly, and didn't waste any time getting quite a few lurkers. And he used all the lings. He had to good effect as well. So I like how he spent his money. I mean, he hasn't spent all of it, but let's not be too critical.
Oh right. I mean, I'd have way more money than this guy.
Well, there's all this bio at the third base, just hasn't been used. That's really unfortunate for Terran.
Yeah, a counterattack definitely could have, like a flank probably would have taken that stuff out.
Absolutely. Like, if you attack from 2 directions, lurkers really are not very good units. But yeah, that drop at the top right, top left did finally get cleaned out, but it killed 2 hatcheries, so it sort of did the damage it needed to do. Just Terran took a lot in return. Oh, the vessel! Oh, so close. We almost got that. Damn. All right.
So it looks like the Terran's going into mech.
Yeah, so he's trying
Just
to
the classic mech switch.
But like I was saying, it wasn't quite properly done because you need to have map control, and usually you get more factories in this and double armory a lot earlier. So it's sort of awkward for him. He has a good tank count right now, actually. But most of his bio is dead, and tanks on their own aren't that hard for Zerg to deal with, I don't think. Ooh, nice vulture pick off there at the, what is it, 3 o'clock base. Denying that denying.
Looks like another drop over here in the top left.
Ooh, there are 4 Zerglings, and I assume they are crack upgraded, so if you're not careful, they can pick up Marines as they drop. Oh no, the Nidus!
Oh, he's going for the Nidus.
Perfect timing for those lings.
Yeah.
Perfect timing, those lings coming out. Oh my god.
Oh, lings are so good late game, man. So they are 2-1 now. 2
wow.
armor, 1 attack.
Yeah, I mean, Zerg's upgrading his armor pretty heavily. We might see Ultralisks. Because it is kind of impossible for Bio to deal with once they have that full armor, but the tank count is high, and the Ultralists encountering this tank clump are going to have a very bad day.
Yeah, there's nothing over here at the third. These are
lings
really
are
strong
non-stop.
wings, man. These are
Yeah.
really strong wings.
He really just needs a bunker to hold this off is what he needs, but he hasn't got one. That one Marine in like a perfect spot really to help have SCVs defend it. So barely going to clean it up, but he lost a few Marines for that, and that's a great trade for Zerg.
Looks like some more lings are heading up there, and nothing's moving over.
He's poking Terran with that stick again. Look how many drones he has at his third. Oh my god. The drone count is actually insane right now.
He really is droning up a lot.
But he is taking his fourth, so I think that's fine. As long as he secures his fourth location, having the drones ready ahead of time is perfectly good.
Oh yeah, I think the Zerg is in a great spot right now.
So Terran putting down depots at this third. It's actually not ling proof, so it's questionable how useful it is. I'd be happier if we had a bunker still. I mean, I guess these depots definitely deny Ultralisks and Lurkers completely, but still, I really want to see the bunker. Oh, he's going to try and set up a Dark Swarm here.
Oh no, please don't die, Defiler, please, no, man.
Ouch.
Oh, that's so painful, man. That really does hurt so much. He's kind of lacking on anti-air right now, though. These vessels seem kind of free if you can find them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Is Dark Swarm coming out?
Ooh, yeah, but the siege mode tanks will pick off small amount of Zerglings. Oh god, that's not a small amount of Zerglings.
Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good.
Oh, why is he laying mines? That could go so badly.
Oh god.
Oh,
oh dude. Oh.
Oh, I told you, man. Terran has the most explosions. Including blowing themselves up. Damn. So great trade for Zerg, really, picking off quite a few units just for a few Zerglings into the Defiler. Zerg has so much money right now.
Yeah, he is in a pretty good spot. He's got some more lurkers, looks like. See, his upgrades are still being worked on. He's getting chitinous plating for ultras as well.
Ah, yes. Here they come. Well, this is a lot of tanks. I mean, in this sort of position, normally, yeah, Zerg just like, here's 20 Ultralists, have fun. But Terran has a lot of tanks. Maybe he can deal with that.
Yeah, this is a lot of tanks. And it looks like he's pushing out so he can take his fourth base, looks like.
Which is a good move. He definitely needs it. I think Lurkerling Defiler is actually perfectly good in this situation where
he's going to catch him?
Is the only tanks. He's... Ooh. Well,
it's not quite enough, but if
this on.
Yeah,
that lurker is like, I'm one of you now. Oh god.
That lurker was about to get such good hits.
Yeah. Okay, more vultures being mixed in now, so never mind what I just said. If it's only tanks, Ling Defiler can get on top of it pretty well, but vultures can deal with lings a lot better, and a lot of mines can come out as well. So this is a scary push actually right now.
It is. I think we're kind of stabilizing here.
Well, the Ultralists are out. He just needs a couple of swarms with him, I think, and he can crush this. And I don't like the way he's pushing. He's very spread out at the moment, and Zerg looks like he's going to catch this as it comes. Only bringing in half his Ultralists, though. Okay, here come the rest. All barreling down into this Terran force. Oh, it's scary.
Oh, that is a lot of Ultralisks. Some really good defensive matrix, though.
Damn, it is, but tanks do a lot of damage, so they kill their friends pretty quickly, even with defensive matrix. Yeah, ouch. Ooh. Resetting that Terran cap completely, and he did not actually secure that fourth base in the end. So I don't know where Terran goes from here.
Yeah, I don't know if he can do anything from this point. He lost too many tanks, I think.
Zerg has his fourth base. He has an insane drone count still. So he can actually pump out like a lot of Zerglings. He's not playing the traditional thing where you have mostly gas and very few mining minerals. He can actually just make so many Zerglings. And Ultralists are fairly mineral heavy too. Ooh, this secret base gonna get shut down instantly. So Zerg's on the ball with that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Terran, that engage was pretty bad because he needs to be sieged already when the Zerg is coming, and also ideally to have mines in front because they help so much with the Ultralisks. But if you're sieging up as the Ultralisks are already on top of you, that's never going to end well.
Right. There are a lot of mines here. Can he hold on? I don't know.
He just really needs another base is the problem, and he doesn't have a fourth CC that I can see. Look at this Zerg swarm. Maybe if he throws it all into mines, which it looks like he might. Oh, nice hits. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude, these are really good hits. I just don't think it matters.
Yeah. So much he just gets through that.
It just doesn't matter. The Zerglings on the back here, yeah, it's I think we're gonna see GG here fairly
Swarm.
soon.
This is horrifying for Terran. Like, there's nothing he can do. This is like Zerg in the cutscenes, dude.
Yeah.
SCVs, they're like, no, I can take on that Ultralisk.
He's really fighting to stay in this game for sure.
Have you seen Aliens, dude?
You know what, dude? That's one of the movies that people make fun of me for not having seen, but
there's this bit where this woman has to fight the big alien in basically like a forklift, and that's kind of what these SCVs are trying to do.
That's actually a good point. They are little forklifts. And GG. That was a really nice match.
Yeah, it was. Props to Allandarity, really just controlling the flow of the game. Keeping the Terran scared with those little link counterattacks when what Terran really needed to do was move out. So he actually controlled that and took it home after going down in game 1.
Yeah, it's 1-1 in the series right now. If you guys didn't know, I don't have an overlay set up because I'm an amateur. But yeah, it's 1-1. Going into the final match here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Alright, we're jumping in here. Just give us 1 second, guys.
Invalid password? What do you mean invalid password? I'm joining off the friends list. God damn it, Blizzard.
It's open now. You may have just
tried
to order it.
Blizzard's lying to me. Blizzard's like, you need a password. I'm like, no, I don't. It's Silphid, interesting.
Yeah, third map is Silphid, which is one that I don't really know too much about. But I think that Terran can do some cheeky stuff on this map.
I've only played on it a few times, I will admit. Alright, so spawning on the left here, white Terran, it is Foxbat. And at 12 o'clock, the Teal Zerg, Allandarity, making the comeback. 1-1 now.
1-1, man. Let's see if anything cheeky happens this round. I feel like this is the match where you kind of fall apart. You like your confidence kind of is a little shaky.
No one expects to go 3 games, right? They're like, no, easy 2-0.
Right. So let's see. We might see a 1-1-1 out of him. I don't know. I hope so. I really like the 1-1-1. I think it's really interesting.
Well,
I hear that it's really hard to
stick with his bio play from the first 2 games. I expect that's what he'll do, but who knows? I can't mind reading him, I guess.
So I was playing essentially one day, and this guy in my chat says that 1-1-1 is kind of a advanced build because it kind of focuses on minimum defense. Like you have like 2 Marines or something like that. Is that true?
Yeah. Because you're trying to pay for all these things like a factory, a starport, probably speed and cloak if you're really hardcore into the Wraiths. So you're spending all this money. You want to make as few Marines as possible, but also you got to set up an expansion in there somewhere. And the thing is, Zerg could actually just go 2H Muta, and you got to like somehow defend that with all this money you've already spent on vultures and such. Or Zerg could just go a Hydra all in, and you have to like get the bunkers down in time and repair them, and have a good siege mode timing against that. So yeah, the usual response from Zerg is to sort of go for an all-in counter, which, as we've seen in pro games, actually is getting figured out by Terrans, and they're sort of just crushing it. But at low levels, if you can't figure out exactly what they're doing, it's difficult to stop.
Yeah, when that Wraith comes into your main, it doesn't really do too much damage, but god, dude, it makes me freak out. Like,
yeah, and you got to pay for Hydras, which is the main deal about it.
It looks like the same build out of both players. We're just going into another macro game, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. No gas from Foxbat yet. So yeah, this map, it does have the other main you can take, unlike Polaris, but sort of the same deal as Polaris. There's no ramp. It's a much narrower entry, but still a bit harder than holding a ramp. Still definitely 3 lurkers could stop pretty much any amount of bio if they're set up in the right position, but last time on Polaris, Allandarity had his lurkers a bit out of position, so I wonder if we'll be able to hold his third this game.
Yeah, I think it could go anyway. Both of these players seem to be fairly equally matched.
Yeah, very. It's been really good games, actually.
Third hatch coming out for the Zerg player here.
Oh, bunker rush going down, but the Marine is so far away. I think Zerg will have no trouble denying this. And in fact, it's totally worth it, actually, just to pull all these drones. Although I'd like him to save the SCV. Oh, it goes down. You know what? It's fine, because Terran can just cancel this, and look how much mining time he's lost. I would say maybe even Allandarity overcommitted. Maybe he just wanted to pull like 4 drones to try and kill the SCV. But there's nothing wrong with being safe. You never know if he's actually proxy to barracks and like another SCV's hanging around. In fact, he's going to stop attacking it now because he's going, nah, you don't have anything.
Right, and if he brings another SCV out, he'll have those 2 lings out in time. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, he might get absolutely. 1 drone here.
Ooh, if he gets a drone, that's huge.
He's not gonna micro it. Oh, that was actually pretty good micro.
That was sick drone micro. Holy crap. That was amazing.
It always feels good to get that micro, like where they don't actually stop moving at all.
Yeah.
It feels so good. Wow. I mean, Sulky can do it like instantaneously the entire time, but.
Ooh, Foxbat has delayed his CC so much for this actually, because he was busy trying to micro that or something. So, oh no, the Overlord.
Yeah, this Overlord's gonna hurt. He's already at 18 of 18.
Well, it's not super early in the game. Oh my god, is it gonna get away? It can't get away. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Oh my god. How did that get away?
That's where you.
I don't believe
That's where you rush scans. So you can grab that.
No, you just lift up your barracks. You stop making marines. God damn it! I will kill this. Wow. Pretty good start for Allandarity so far, I'd say, because this CC is so delayed.
Yeah, you think the Zerg's a little bit ahead here because of that?
Yeah, for sure. Except he's not mining gas right now. So
yeah, it looks like he just went for speed and he stopped mining gas. Well, is he just gonna flood links here?
I would have said he would, but then he made a bunch of drones.
It's interesting. This is actually interesting. I wonder what he's doing here.
Oh, an SCV scout coming out though. It's gonna go right past those lings. It's gonna get into the main. He's starting to make Zerglings now. I think he's gonna go for the ling all in, but it was a mistake to make that round of drones for sure, because he definitely has enough drones to support 3-hatch ling. It doesn't take much.
This is game 3, chat.
SCV
it's 1-1 currently.
Will it get denied?
Oh my! Whoa, come on, dude.
But it sees all the lings. It sees this many lings.
That's true.
Throw down a bunker.
That's a good point.
He sees no less, so he knows everything. He should throw down even 2 bunkers at this point, because as long as you defend these lings, you're in a great spot.
Looking like 1 bunker coming out right now.
It's going to be so late. Okay, that's a pretty good position, but he needs a depot as well to SimCity it, I think. Because lings alone can get around this bunker. Oh, and there's no SCVs at this natural to repair. Okay, he's transferring SCVs now, that's great. His bio's right out in front though. Doesn't need medic out. Stim is done. Oh, you know what? I think Terran can get this just fine.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, but
pulling those...
Zergs...
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, you go.
Now, pulling those SCVs is a really good move. You really do need SCVs to kind of like bug out the AI when you're fighting Zerglings like this.
This run by is doing a lot actually, and the second wave is coming. There's not many Marines left, so the problem was he had his bio out in front for the first engagement, and he lost so many Marines. This bunker could actually go down pretty easily, I think.
The SCVs are being pulled.
Oh, sick repair.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
Oh, he's gonna stay up. Oh, it's so close.
It is so 20, close, 10, dude.
20, 30,
and he
40,
saves it.
Oh
my god. I think he stabilizes here, man. I think the Zerg player is in a bad spot.
He's still making some Zerglings, but I think he's gonna have to do something else now. Because once the Marine count starts building up, he can block the run by now with this small amount of bio. As long as he, I think what he really needs to do is unload the bunker and stim when they come in, because that makes so much of a difference. Man, Zerg is not easing up. He's actually just going for more lings anyway. I guess he figures he has so many minerals, he might as well. I mean, that's not a bad idea, I guess.
Yeah, he's back on gas now.
Yeah. So they're coming up pretty soon, I expect, but it's so late. Terran's going to be able to be very aggressive on the map with this fire. So people in chat are asking about firebats. In this scenario, yeah, firebats are pretty good, obviously.
Yeah,
if you leave like a medic and a firebat blocking the choke to your base, and you leave like a marine or 2 in the bunker, counterattacks aren't that scary, and you can move out with like say 2 firebats in a group. It doesn't really matter how many Ling Zerg has, as long as you get a good engage. That's the thing about firebats; they can sort of just make the numbers not matter.
+1 attacks coming out for Terran here. So correct me if I'm wrong, but if Terran kind of sits back and doesn't do anything, Zerg can kind of stabilize here, right? I'm pretty sure that he could have a timing though.
Yeah, absolutely. He just needs a couple of firebats, like I was saying, to make these lings less scary. Because obviously this Marine medic force would just die to all these lings. But firebat's pretty good, dude. But yeah, absolutely. Zerg's just going to take his 3rd base. So it looks like the game's just going to be normal, but with Zerg with a late layer timing.
Right.
All these lings coming in. Okay, they're just scouting. That's smart to have a little look. See, and he's going to lure a Marine out, which is quite nice.
The question is, for me, is Terran going to play too defensive here? and just let the
Well,
Zerg do
he's
whatever
not
he
going
wants.
for standard 5 racks. He's going for 3 racks tech, which is usually it's a response to like 2 hatch play, but I guess it makes sense in this scenario as well, because you're really going to have your vessels out pretty quickly compared to Zerg's lair and hive timing, because Zerg delayed it so much. He's trying to move out with all this, but still no fire bats. Okay, if he stims and gets a good engage, oh, no stim going down. Okay, still pretty good engage though. Taking out a lot of Zerglings there, and that's all Zerg really has defensively. He's getting 2 hatches at once though, which actually, when he has such a mineral bank, I think is a pretty good move. Because Terran might pick off one and say, I've done it.
He's going to try to buy time here with the Zerg run by here.
Ooh, that's really nice, actually.
All the way in the main.
Yeah. Terran is not turning back though. He says, no, this train ain't stopping.
Yeah, and he's going straight for the natural too. I think this is a
God,
really good move.
Oh wow.
It's a really good move.
He needs to kill these lings, not for throwing something. That's not a good idea. Oh, and the medics are too far back.
No.
Everything going down.
No. That is really painful because he doesn't even get that third, and he loses all of those units.
Yeah, he could have had that for sure.
Now he has to be very defensive.
Look at these Sunkens. They're so close to dead. If we didn't focus fire, I think if he just like stimmed an attack. Oh, he's pulling his SCVs.
He's pulling the boys.
Oh, I don't think these boys are gonna make it very far though.
I
think this is just a desperation move.
Yeah. This is definitely.
Even if Zerg loses this base, it doesn't matter at all. There's only 3 Marines here. So
right.
The end
just SCVs here.
Surprising.
Surprising.
Done it.
Yeah, that's very surprising. After game 1, I really did think that the Terran player was really doing really well and that he could have probably had this series, but just a little bit of an overcommittal there.
Well, Terran's not out of it yet, I guess. He has 9 SCVs left. Oh no, 5 of them returning home from the battle. Oh wait, that's 7 left. Okay, well, you know what? He still has something of an economy, but Zerg's in such a commanding position. I think
he's gonna have that third gas.
Yeah, he has to like have some sick biomicro against this stuff on the map. I don't see how else he can do it. The starport's coming up. It was delayed a lot because of that Ling run by. Vultures are out too. In theory, he can go out on the map and like kill every Zergling that shows its face, but I don't know. It's not going to be easy.
Does he have mines? I don't have the production tab turned on, by the way.
I don't believe he does. No, he does not. You can tell by selecting a vulture because it'll show how many mines they have left if they have mines.
Oh, gotcha. And he's going to find this 4th base.
Coming in. Yeah, but what can he do about it? That one Marine could actually kill a few drones.
Yeah, I think he's gonna realize here that this game is kind of out of control in the Zerg's favor.
Well, these vultures, I don't really agree with him sending the Marines because I think they're just going to die out on the map, and he has no defense at home now. If he sent these 2 vultures, he could just deny all mining at this base until probably Lurker shot. But Zerg instead is just going to go in. All the Marines are out of home.
Yeah,
there's no turret even. There's rely on scans. Oh, that's a lot of lurkers.
Yeah, it is. It's looking like the end for the Terran player here. That's pretty sad.
There's the GG.
Yeah, you know, that was a game that I feel could have easily went into either player's favor. I think that like at a point the Zerg had a little bit of a lead, and then the Terran had a very big lead, and then he kind of overcommitted just a little bit. Or maybe undercommitted. I don't know. Maybe didn't focus fire well enough. I'm not really sure what happened there. And just spiraled out of control.
I think the critical mistake was trying to engage that the way he did. He thought, okay, Sunkens aren't done. I can pick them off before they're finished. But the problem is, all the Marines are shooting at the Sunkens, and the Lings actually just do so much damage while they're doing that. He would have been better off, I think, like moving into there. And if the Lings come out to fight, he goes, okay, I'll pull back as soon as the Sunkens are done. But I killed a lot of Lings for my trouble. I can go deny this 3rd, and maybe he finds the 4th, and then he's in a fine position because there's 2 base versus 2 base. He has the tech faster than he should relative to Zerg because Zerg loves there so much. He would have been in a great spot.
Totally agree. Let's get into the next match here.
All right. That was a pretty good match. I hope this one can, stand up to it.
Yeah, me too. That was actually a very fun match to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah. TBZ is always pretty good, I reckon.